Smoke, 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 smoke.
Yes, baby, I like it.
How you stay mentally strong like that?
I just take it one day at a time, try to educate myself. We got family, got a couple friends, to help support. And I feel like I'm down, but at the same time, I gotta stay strong for them. Just trying not to be the same person I came.
Yo, what's up, bro? You know what it is. It's your boy Nas God, hiphopisreal.com. We are back at it again with Rare Breed Zone. It's ARP. Go follow him on Instagram right now, man. ARP, salute, man.
Salute. 7 years deep, back for another one.
Yep.
I mean, hip hop is real.
Brick
It's
by
what
brick. You know what I'm saying?
Always a mentality.
That's always been a dope, just a dope quote, man. Just, brick by brick, because, people understand that, man. It showed that it was nothing on the canvas. It was a blank canvas, and we just started stacking on it, working nonstop. And, you've been a big part of the culture, continuously pushing.
Brick is a mentality. It's a mentality. It's not just a motto. It's a mentality. You know what I'm saying? You can have a mansion built, you know what I'm saying? But if you keep the brick by brick mentality, then you'll never settle. You'll never settle. You just keep stacking.
Oh, nah, real talk. We see, RBE is back with another one.
Ladies and Gents, Volume 1, November 9th, Atlanta Music Room. It's going to be a fun call.
Back to Atlanta once again. Atlanta's really becoming the second home for RBE, man.
Do I need to break this shit down once and for all? Like, I tweet people about it. I talk to people behind the scenes about it. I answer fans about it. Do I need to break this shit down once and for all on your shit?
Yes, please.
Jesus Christ. You know how much tweets and fan reactions and people texting me, DMing me, saying, come back to New York. Okay, listen. First and foremost, we probably had at least 3 of our main events in 2019 that wouldn't be in Drum. We wouldn't even try to put them in Drum. Drum would never let us go in there with a Math versus Serious Jones. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you look at the footage of Math versus Hollow, and you see when we're trying to start the battle and get the stage together, and it looks like I'm screaming as the entourages are getting into it in the VIP section. Like, the audio picked it up. It's still in the footage. You know what I'm saying? And you see me saying to Hollow, like, yo, my bad for screaming at y'all, but it's Drum. They watching crazy.
Okay.
They've been on us like that ever since Big K versus John. Real shit. Like, Drum is crazy. We're not big on doing events where there's not a lot of local trains. That's why events are always good in Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? You got Brooklyn, you got Queens, you got Bronx and all of that. But New York, when it comes to factoring in commuting for the fans, when it comes to factoring in prices, dates, availability, and some of these venues even be down to fuck with battle rap, New York is becoming an issue. Like, let's keep it 100, especially when you tag in the Troy Ave situation.
Facts.
New York is real bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look around, there's a lot of New York-based leagues that are constantly outside of New York. Like, most of their events over like the last 2 years plus have been out of New York. That's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So, business-wise, the South is a real big market. You know what I'm saying? Like they love events like this. The prices be like half of what you spend for in New York. The deals be better. So we don't even got to talk about business. Like, that's night and day. That's black and white. Easy decision. One thing that fans didn't know about, you know what I mean? And business behind the scenes shit really is supposed to be behind the scenes, but I don't have no problem breaking some of it down for y'all. Fuck it. One thing that the fans don't understand in New York, all of those years that we was operating, is we kind of never chose our own dates of when we were doing events. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'll give you an example. Hit Drama, yo, we got this big card that we want to do. We want to do Pearly Gates Part 1. They'll say something like, all right, well, here's the 3 Saturdays that we got available for you, and they already 3 months out from when you're contacting us. That's not good. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a problem. So, let's say we say, all right, we in January and we're going to take that date that's all the way in April or some shit like that, right? Between January and April, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if the person on your main event loses 3 battles, takes 2 battles in between.
Yeah.
You got other platforms coming in. They got dates moving around real fast, dropping the week before yours and all type. We got all this clutter of all these platforms trying to put on and work with these artists. You know what I'm saying? And we've always been a supporter of artists moving around doing their thing because they're really all contractors. I don't give a fuck what loyalty gets thrown into people's heads or whatever. At the end of the day, everybody's here because their talent allows them to be seen and to be paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, if these people didn't have talent and if they couldn't rap, the moment that they stopped rapping, every league owner would stop talking to them. So they need to stop lying to themselves. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, we've always supported people moving around. But when you support something like that and you don't got people contracted to never get money elsewhere or something like that, it could hurt your own events. So you work with a city like Orlando or Houston or Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I could literally grab a venue for next Saturday in Atlanta. If the battle is on a right in 7 days, I could literally have that shit done. You know what I'm saying? As far as getting our date done in 7 days. You know what I mean? So that's real big. The money is real different. You know what I'm saying? The pressure from New York is real different, and the availability is real different. You know, there's more things I could go into detail, but those 3 factors right there are huge for us to stay successful and operate the way that we want to operate with the battlers and with our fan base. So that gives people a little bit more detail instead of them just saying, damn, like, RBE operated in New York for so long. The whole team is damn near New York. And shout out to Lawrence, even though he's not from New York. But damn near the whole family is born and raised in New York. People we've gotten familiar with at RBE, staff and all that, they're New Yorkers. The co-owners in New York is born and raised. And now all of a sudden, Hitman and Bill Collector, you taking somewhere else? You know what I'm saying? Math and Serious, you taking somewhere else? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, with our growth comes a bigger spotlight. When you got a bigger spotlight, it's that bigger of a deal if you have a goods in the gym situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we bring Math and Serious Jones to Club Drum and something happens, like, that's huge impact in New York. In Atlanta, I could go around the corner and have us back on track within a week. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that really, really just pushes these platforms lately out of New York. You know, just do your history. And all promoters, whether it's battle rap or music or whatever, they know what's going on in New York. They know. So shout out to the fans that support us. The good thing about it, though, is like for like the last 2.5, 3 years almost, we got live pay-per-views. So you could always sit home, put your feet up, support the platform, support the battlers, watch some of your favorite battles go down, and we got y'all.
Nah, real talk, man. I mean, yeah.
So hopefully that's the last time, and the fans will stop trying to kill me online. Like, yo, why is this next card not in New York or whatever? That's some of the reasons why.
So New York is hot right now. You know what I mean? It's expensive out here.
Yeah,
it's tough in New York, man.
Yeah, it's crazy in New York.
I mean, are we ever going to, get an RB back in New York anytime soon? Maybe 2020 or something like that, even though I know
and
the hardships.
Yeah, and there's certain things that probably have to happen in New York, like certain battles where it would be like, there's only one place this can go down. You know what I mean? Like, we can probably guess what some of that stuff is. It's just gotta be the right time and the right situation and the right venue that's gonna support us and support battle rap. Yeah, I mean, it's real tough in New York. It's real tough. So, works out, it works out.
As far as November 9th, less than a month away, ladies and gents. I'm looking at the card top to bottom. It's really a ladies and gents card.
Split half and half. 9 fellas, 9 ladies.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
what was the mind state into putting this together? Like, that's crazy. And I know I feel like the fans have been asking for something like this, but nobody's done it like that. Bro. This shit crazy.
Yeah. I don't remember seeing a card that was promoted like this in this type of fashion. Like, we've seen guy versus guy cards since the beginning of the time. We've seen female versus female cards, and we've seen male versus female cards before. But we purposely put together a card and promoted it like we're having all 3. All 3 situations mixed equally throughout the whole card. So we wanted to cover all 3 bases. So I saw a lot of people see ladies and gents and their own minds confuse that with ladies versus gents. You know what I mean? It says ladies and gents for a reason, so you're getting all three. You know what I mean? Guy versus guy versus girl, and girl versus guy on there. We covering all that for y'all. But we've been fucking with the ladies since day one. Like we had Bonnie versus Duchess on our very first card ever. We booked that battle in 2013.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Fast forward, we try to put at least one matchup on almost all of our cards. You've seen that. We probably of the major platforms, I think RBE over the years from our beginning up until now has supported the ladies the most for the male-dominated main platforms. He probably not probably, we have. Like the track record is there. The facts are facts.
Bonnie, Averb,
yeah,
being Arsenal,
official QB, battles like that.
Quantum Physics,
Mulatto Black, C3.
Yeah.
Jay Smooth versus Miss Miami. Bonnie Godiva, Cube. Like we've kept the ladies on our card. QB Show Off. We've kept the ladies on our cards across the years ever since we started, since our very first card. And, I guess we've been so focused on doing what we normally do. It's like, think about trying to switch things up and go left like this with a new series. So I put a tweet out like about a month or so ago, and I was like, before 2019 is over, I want to do an all-females card, and the reaction was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like people were sending me screenshots of like the top tier ladies in the Facebook groups talking about it. A lot of them started texting me, the ones that I already am in touch with. I started getting DMs from women that I never even, spoke to before, did business with before. Yeah, I mean, like the reaction was just wild. And we was just like, damn. So me and Shaka was thinking on that. We was like, to come out our first time fucking with the ladies so heavy, if we just do a straight all ladies card, like we might really, really, catch people blindside. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how it is when you do something so different and so left from what people expect from you. Sometimes they need a second to catch on and you know what I mean? Like really, really. So we said, let's switch it up a little bit, mix it in a little bit. And we was really gonna try all ladies card, but then that decision to switch it up and mix things up took us in this direction of this formula right here. And this is volume 1. We at it.
Nah, ladies and gents, so far, man, I'm seeing the crazy matchups you put together. You brought Ill Will and you brought T-Rex back, but they're facing different people.
Yeah, what you want? What you want to know the details of that?
Yeah, cause
not like Tom Cruise, you can't keep me from stunting. You standing for nothing, you falling for something. I'm praying the fake shit got keeping me from it. I struggle for niggas to keep it 100, but I keep it real, I don't get in the bluff. I'm with your girl, about to get into something. Since she walked in, she been smiling and blushing. I cut off the lights and she getting disgusting. She back by the night, I don't get in the cuffing. One of the best
I was expecting still Ill Will and T-Rex. But I'm not mad about the switch up or nothing like that. But it's just like, you went left a little bit with that one too.
Yeah, we accidentally ended up with 2 battles that are better than I think the fans responded to Ill Will and Rex. That's crazy. Rex and Raw got a bigger response than we expected.
Yeah, because we wasn't expecting it.
Hell no, it was almost like a feeling like when we did the Rare Breeze card. We announced Mook's return. They announced Pat Stay versus Danny, and you got King Los coming and all this shit. And we got to like the 6th or the 7th battle. We announced Sway versus B-Dot, and the fans went crazy. As if that was their third favorite announcement. We was like, oh, shit, caught us off guard. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just all about the matchup. I mean, we obviously know that. We've been about that since day one. And that's the way we saw Rex and Raw.
That's different.
Didn't expect that type of reaction for Rex and Raw. And Will and Chef Trez, I also think is a better battle. I think
that's
that
crazy.
Could be.
That's about to be crazy.
Yeah, and I like the fact with Will with that type of pressure on him because I spoke to somebody from Champion, and they told me that Will is in the top 3 runnings as of right now for Champion of the Year.
Wow.
So unless the money goes up, let's say it just stays around what we've been seeing, like 10,000 is still nothing to sneeze at. Any battle that Will has from now to the end of the year, there's indirectly $10,000 on the line when you look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? So I got that type of pressure on Will when I look at him and be like, yeah, A+ game, he's going to come with it like he always does on RBE anyway. Then you got Chef Trez debuting. That battle right there is like, I'm glad we didn't do the Will and the Rex. Like, we can do the Will and the Rex, but these 2 battles separated now, giving Rex and Raw and Will and Trez. is a way better situation than what they was getting on the last card with just the Will versus the Rex. So this worked out.
Yo, I got to talk about, which one do I want to talk about first, man? Rex and Rosenberg Raw. I wanted to say salute to you and Rosenberg Raw, like really like mending whatever situation I had and putting it together, because bringing him back and seeing his energy and how hype he is to really like show like, nah, I'm needed in this sport. Like, you know what I mean? What I gotta say matters, and people need to hear what I gotta say. Showing that with his last battle, you know what I'm saying? Even though Craig didn't actually.
Craig good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But Rosenberg Raw, you know what I mean? He was like, yo, he was ready to rap. Like, nah, no choking. Yeah. We not doing none of that. I'm going straight up. Like, we battling, dog. Like,
that battle will be dropping before the event. It's probably going to drop next week. It's going to drop next week. Raw versus Craig. Shout out to Craig, but no disrespect to him. Raw definitely came in there. He did exactly what he said he was going to do, which is, you know, worry more about himself and his return opposed to whoever's in front of him. He's going to have that type of energy. But people don't know behind the scenes, me and Raw have been cool for years. You know what I'm saying? We just didn't cook up the right situation. And he kind of like had like a mini retirement. He was gone for a second. You know what I mean? We got back in touch. It was like, yo, it's time. You know what I mean? I had a list of names for him. Raw versus Big Cannon was on there. Raw versus Craig was on there. It was like 4 people, and Craig was the second one, and we ended up landing on that. Y'all saw his return, man. The man handled this business. This shit just worked out. I'm going to tell y'all something crazy. The reason why this one worked out with Raw and Rex is because obviously we had to make up the Rex situation from the last card. So, you know, I was bouncing ideas off of Rex, like, yo, you know, who's some guys that you think you might want to jump on this card with? And he sent me a list of 4 names. I ain't going to say those names right now because they might happen. Sent me a list of 4 names. So I text him back. I was like, all right, let me check into some of this. You know, let me do my job now. And I think like 30 seconds went by and he called me. I was like, yo, what's good? And he was just like, yo, you know who I always wanted to battle? And I was like, oh. He's like, a nigga that talks his shit the way I talk my shit. I'm like, who that? And nigga said Rosenberg Raw. I'm like, nigga, you know how easy we could probably get that ball rolling, you know what I'm saying? Like, this man, Raw, is hungry as shit right now. Like, this nigga ain't playing with his comeback. You've been looking at battling Raw this whole time? Say no more. Got off the phone. You know what I mean? I text Raw. I was like, yo, I got some good news and some bad news. Yeah, I ain't gonna say all the details, but the good news part was, yeah, got you Rex. His debut, legendary name like that. It is what it is. Y'all about to get a face-off from Raw and Rex on Champion.
And, you know, I know you say you can't say the bad news, but how's that bad news? You got Rex.
Now the bad news is me. I hate to even use the word, but it's like I was trolling Raw just a little bit, just fucking with him. Oh, okay. Just some private shit.
Okay.
Just messing with him a little bit because I knew I had mostly good news for him. You know what I mean? But
Rex, I got a chance to meet up with him, and he had kind of like did a quick little entrance with Snake Eyes. You know what I'm saying? I spoke to him after, and he was talking about. He was like, yo, man, I can't let ARP take all them hits. Fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, and he kind of explained the situation and what was going on. And it was like, nah, I'm riding with ARP. Like, fuck that. Like, the situation was real. Like, it wasn't like no bullshit.
Yeah, and I didn't even want him to do that. I didn't even want, like, we spoke. When we were speaking, me and Rex speaking behind the scenes the whole time, staying in touch, trying to figure out, you know what I mean, how we could work things out and how things was going to play. You know what I mean, once it was all over, you know what I mean, like, I just wore the backlash. I mean, like, even people don't know, like, it could be a fucking Lawrence decision. It could be an Ant decision. It could be a Shota decision. It's all going to fall on ARP regardless. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the face of RBE. I'm the spokesperson of RBE. So whenever there's something going on, they're going to say ARP. You know what I mean? But 7 years deep, you start to develop the skin for this shit. You know how the culture go. You know, you take the good, the bad, the ugly. And I wore it. I was just going to wear this shit, like, or the backlash. Like, it is what it is. I mean, like, we'll get past it. And I told Rex that he was like, yo, there's some real nigga shit. Like, nigga called me and said, yo, I'm about to, do like an interview or something. Like, nah, like, I gotta take some of that. Like, I gotta tell people what it is. I told the nigga, I was like, nah, don't say nothing. Like, I'm gonna wear that, let the fans get it off their chests. I'll take all the energy. I mean, we'll get back to work ASAP. He was like, all right, say no more. Then an interview pops up, and he was just like, nah. I was like, yo, this nigga still did it. Like, yeah, I mean, he still did it.
Right.
I texted the nigga, I was like, yo, you're a real nigga for that. You're a real nigga for that. You know what I mean? And side note, even after the battle was locked in, this whole time, since the Raw and Rex was tied up, Rex, like, the way he's been moving has been like I fuck with him. Like, I did a blog, like, probably like 3 years ago, and the title is Why Battlers Keep Getting Booked on the Same Platforms. Like, if you keep seeing DNA or you keep seeing, like, Show Off at a time. I did a blog about that, and I broke down behind the scenes what league owners pay attention to. The level of communication, the promo, being on time, being professional, being punctual. You know what I mean? Like, all that type of shit. And this nigga Rex is like, you would think he's been battling on RBE for the last 7 years, the way he's been moving. I've probably been speaking to Rex more than any other battler on this card so far. Spoke to him yesterday, just yesterday. Called me. I mean, had some shit to say to me real quick, like, fuck with Rex behind this. I mean, and we're not looking past Raw, but I can't wait to work with him again. So we already starting to keep our eyes on potential opponents for Rex on RBE, because when you work with us like that, we return that.
That's this battle right here is already, I feel like, potential candidate for battle of the night.
Yeah,
I'm
it
gonna move into the next one, another potential crazy battle of the night. And you got a couple good ones on this joint, man. Ill Will versus Chef Trez. I'm gonna go right to that right there.
My vote, my vote. No disrespect to anybody on the card. This is my fan reaction right here. I think that's battle of the night. That's battle of the night. Like I said, Chef Trez battling in Atlanta, his hometown. You know what I'm saying? His talent being what it is, and him debuting. There's something about that RBE stage when people's backs to the wall, when people come off of losses, when people debut. You know what I'm saying? Like, this has never been no cash grab stage and no shit like that. We have a lot of people's best performances ever. You can argue that Hitman's top 3 performances ever, one of them is on RBE versus Bill Collector. You could argue Master best performance ever versus Hollow. You could say Serious versus Ill Will. You could say Oops versus Daylight. You could say Daylight versus Oops. Like, there's so many people who have their best performances or one of their best performances ever on RBE, especially when they debut. You know what I'm saying? And it's like Verb, the best Verb that you've seen maybe over 4 years maybe or something like that is versus Mook. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something about the opportunity and the situation and the platform and the aura and the energy and our style and everything. So I think we're going to get a ridiculous Chef Trez. And like I said earlier about that pressure that's on Will to remain, in the race for that champion of the year with $10,000 on the line. And Will don't play on RBE anyway. He don't play on RBE anyway. So I got that for battle of the night. It's going to be battle of the night. I'm Team Gents. I think the fellas is going to outshine the ladies on November 9th. You know what I'm saying? Like, ladies, y'all get at me. Y'all curse me out or whatever. Y'all do what y'all want. Take y'all shots at me on stage. I said this before. I said it's Team Gents while the battles is going, but it's Team Ladies after the battles is done. So we got an after party that's starting as soon as the last battle is done. That's when I'm turning to Team Ladies, obviously. You know what I mean? We got y'all in the battles.
Ill Will and Chef Trez, this shit's gonna be a crazy battle. Ill Will with the energy, Chef Trez, like you said, with everything he brings to the table. What was it like working with Chef Trez?
Yo, the wild thing is, me and Chef Trez probably first time we ever spoke about doing something probably over 3 years ago. I remember one time we was talking about him and Sire Boy. There was a couple battles me and him spoke of before, especially when he was starting out strong on Bullpen. You know what I'm saying? It just never worked out. You know what I mean? This time around, he hit me up. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh, well, hell yeah. Like, we know I already fuck with you from before. Like, give me a second. I mean, and we started putting this card together, and it was like, shit, I told you I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? It will. You know what I mean? And I really rather the aura of RBE remain like that. Like I say all the time to people behind the scenes, like, I mean, you trying to put on for RBE, you trying to get a classic over here or earn money over here. I'm a DM or a text message away. I'm very, very accessible. You know what I'm saying? For everybody. I've been talking to a lot of people behind the scenes lately that are looking to either return to RBE or debut on RBE, and we fuck with all y'all, and we're going to try to get all y'all on ASAP. So just reach out, man. Once I know that, the energy and the respect is equal, we're going to get money together and we're going to make classics together. Period.
Okay. I'm like looking at a couple of joints. We're gonna get to ladies and gents right now.
Team Gents.
Let's go with Shuni and O Red. That's crazy.
That's gonna be a disrespectful ass battle. I see people talking about the history of O Red being in the hallway when Farrah and Shuni battle Hitman and all that, and him drumming things up in the background and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But, that was more a fun situation. That was like, they was playing around. I think what we really paid attention to mostly with this matchup is how disrespectful Shuni is and how aggressive she could be. Shuni could easily stand in front of a guy any day. You know what I mean? She's got that type of stage presence, that type of aura, and that type of content in her bars. O-Red, he may have had the best round versus a female ever.
Yeah, him and Miss Hustle?
Yeah. Him versus Miss Hustle. You know what I mean? Like,
wasn't he like one of the first?
Wasn't
he like one of the first males to like step in the ring with a female? Or
I think so. Well, I don't know if he was the first. Like, you got probably 2-on-2s with like QB and Swave and all that. Those battles might have came first. He might have been the first guy on Queen of the Ring.
Okay.
I think that's what it was.
Okay. I know it's something like that.
Yeah, and they killed him. You know how it is. It's an email platform. Everybody's gonna start getting at, so you're a king or you're a female. That's how it is when you do something for the first time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just how it is.
You gotta break barriers though.
Yeah, but when he got in there, you saw what he did. Like even the opening, like setting the crowd up. You know what I mean? Like y'all know the battle. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like this nigga Red. Fast forward, he's probably the last 2 years. This is him starting to reach his peak. I mean, one of the best bar for bar battlers of all time, Old Red, and don't give a fuck about whether he's in front of a lady or God, don't matter to him. So getting him in front of a female on this card is gonna be dangerous. Like, it's gonna be some shit. I'm telling y'all, you was in the building for starting 5, right? Team Homie versus Writer's Block.
That was dope. Yeah, that was like one of my favorite joints.
That's what I'm saying. I think Ladies versus Gents is gonna be top 3 most fun events in the building. Most fun events in the building. Like the energy, the vibe. We don't got like no Hollow and Math or Math and Serious Jones tension. Nigga Serious Jones ended the second round talking about don't worry, next round I'm gonna punch you in your face. The whole fucking crowd went quiet. Like for the whole third round. They was like, alright, here it come. You know what I'm saying? We don't got none of that on this card. Like we have to put down the closure for a second and the tension for a second. And have some fun. You know what I mean? Have some fun. There's a lot of shit on the line. But still gonna be a fun environment November 9th. Y'all go to redbreedent.com, make sure y'all get y'all tickets and pre-sale pay-per-view. And like I said before, the tickets include the after party is included in your ticket.
I had a quick little sidebar I wanted to just put in real quick. I wanted to say, congrats on Math and Serious. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, that should set a dope example. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, for the culture, regardless. You know what I mean? And it coming out, it was a better battle on camera than I felt like it was in the building.
It's better on camera. Like, even me, I'm gonna keep it on it, man. In the building, when we all left, like, we was like, damn, like, that battle with the type of energy and history that they had, it could have been much better. You know what I mean? That's how we felt. And then you watch it on camera, and then of course, even in the building, like you see in the footage, I whisper into both of their ears, I think at the start of the second round, and I'm telling them like, yo, just concentrate, just rap, because they're all waiting for it to happen. I've been doing this shit for years. I know when the vibe is like that. Sometimes even I'm on edge. This shit that I'm watching in the footage, I don't even remember happening. Like, I fast forwarded one time to the third round, I'm like, what the fuck happened to my glasses? And rewind it back. I was like, oh, I took my glasses off because I think that's after Serious Jones said something that made the whole room get quiet. Like, well, the room was already quiet. It's like, even I was getting ready for, like, oh, I jump in the middle of these niggas and this whole stage activating all that shit. I'm gonna take my glasses off early. Like, that was the fucking vibe. Even me was thinking that shit. You know what I'm saying? So to see the footage and be like, yo, they definitely was rapping.
Yeah, they was rapping. They came rapping. Yeah, so it's like when you watch back, you're like, okay, they came.
Yeah. It was much better on camera. But getting that battle off, you know, that's a big staple under RBE's belt, because these are two guys that you're not even supposed to put in the same room at a certain time. And we're able to bring them together and do face-offs, multiple face-offs. You know what I'm saying? One in Jersey, one in Atlanta, and then battle for 3 rounds like that.
Yeah. And then shake hands and actually move on. And Jones, you know what I mean? Both of them able to move on to their own path and could see each other and be cool. Yeah. Like, that's dope.
They seen each other after the battle, shook hands, kept it love, kept it respectful towards each other. You know what I'm saying? The thing about Math and Serious, I can say this now that the battle's over. If you analyze both of them, you could tell they're not compatible at all. Their personalities, they will never be compatible. They could never be cool or friends like that at that level where they're constantly in communications and shit. Because sooner or later, one of them will do something that'll just rub the other guy the wrong way. But I think they've come through so much that they realize, like, that's just him, or that's just how I perceive him, and vice versa. So just the beef dead to the point where nothing ever got to happen. They don't want to fight each other or hurt each other no more. That's the win. That's the big win. Like, nobody was expecting them to be fucking friends, but now they could be in the same venues, see each other, and salute each other. You know what I'm saying? Now they could also even be on the same cards without thinking that it might be a problem. You got leagues that look at them too sometimes like, damn, like, we got an issue. Do we have to bring them in different? Can we get them on the same trailers in the same places in the same? You got to coordinate around all of that shit behind the scenes if you want to do something like that. Speaking of, I ain't going to publicly say who it is, but there was a serious beef that just got squashed behind the scenes with somebody that's on the card November 9th and somebody that is coming to the event. You know what I'm saying? And before I allowed them to really try to share the same space, I wanted to see if they was going to squash their shit just so they're not in the same building with that problem. You know what I mean? And because they squashed their shit, now there's even a bunch of people on both sides that could now be on the same cards. There's even battles on this card that we couldn't do because of behind the scenes beef. Like, that shit be fucking up business, it be fucking up people's bags, it be fucking up people's looks, all types of shit. So if you can do what Math and Serious Jones did and put that shit aside or get past it, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's grown man shit. So infinite respect to Math and Serious Jones for that whole situation.
Closure shit.
Closure shit.
Nah, real talk, man. Niggas brought closure to shit. That's fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, respect.
Getting back to the ladies and gents, you know, back to the regular scheduled program, man. Another crazy joint on this card. I'm gonna go with the ladies right now, and I'm gonna go with E Hart versus Mulatto Black. E Hart is on RBE. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be crazy.
Just got some exclusive E Hart footage that just hit my email. Got some Shayna Ashley exclusive.
It all started with that Florida trip. Couldn't afford a Vic. Man, I barely could afford a Vic. But they heard I'm moving sorta quick. Told the plug I need more of it. I can't keep running back and forth for shit. So he hit me with a quarter brick. Now I'm sorta lit. Bitches walk around naked snorting shit. And you know I'm feeling fortunate. And the money that I save, I ain't trying to buy no Porsche with it. I'm trying to go the Nipsey Hussle route. You know, buy land, start a business, be a boss and shit. When I was younger, blew 20K on getting the icy. Now I'm older, all I'm thinking, turn 50K to 90. When I was 19, already had my Fetty up. Wasn't a petty thug, hustle sharper than Freddie Glove.